Hey, everyone. It's another exciting adventure of Jenga with yours truly, satirist, humorist, comedian, Andy Hall. Hopefully you can hear me. Apparently you can see the Jenga tower as it now stands. I do have my third cup of coffee going on right now. I'm going to hit that button. I'm going to smash that like button. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to smash the like button. Gotten a lot done today so far. I don't know what's wrong with me. Gotten work done. Yeah. Then I'm going to be doing work after this too. I'm going to clean the bathroom. I know that you're all excited about hearing about my cleaning exploits. Let's see. Hey, Tobin Templeman. It's about that time. It's about that time. That's right. I don't know if you know this about me, but I have a tendency of singing in Cartman's voice. Cartman from South Park. Everybody taking some time. Yeah, that's me. Woo woo. I'm starting off with my left hand, as tradition states. It is the thing to do. Like just twirling, moving it around. Let's see, that was sloppy. Let's see what I can do. I hope everyone's doing well this afternoon. Me, so far so good. I reached out to someone from Pathos Non-Religious to come on the channel, talk about film, talk about some movies and atheism. We'll see if they respond. That's half the fun of running a channel, right? Is getting guests on. Even though I do a lot of shows on my own or just with, hey, Simply Secular. Build the tower. Kevin Chaos. Not to be confused with Captain Chaos. Yeah, so I was just saying, I emailed another blogger over at Pathos Non-Religious to see if they wanted to come on and talk about movies, talk about atheism, talk about mental health. We'll see. We'll see if they're interested. Simply Secular. But yeah, that's half the. Even though, like I said, I do a lot of shows on my own with Jack Macherko. Do like to get guests on to talk, to entertain. Douglas. So actually, Jenga. This is, you were wondering what Jenga is, and now you know. Now you know. But it's so much more than just stacking blocks. There's also the crashing of the blocks, too, to tell you the truth. And, of course, the conversation that goes on while playing Jenga. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to take the risk. I was really busy before coming on the show today, and I didn't have time to do my third cup of coffee. I was exercising and doing blog stuff and doing YouTube stuff and all that crap. David Olivero, the preaching humanist, is a good message. Does he? He does. Of course, everything happens in Austin, doesn't it, Tobin Templeman? I'll reach out to him, see if he wants to come on. I also reached out to the guy who does Religion for Breakfast. He blogs, well, he posts his videos over on Pathos too. Of course, he has a very popular YouTube channel. I was just watching his video on the evolution of Satan in the Old Testament and New Testament. I don't expect to hear anything from him. He seems to be a very busy guy. All right, Tower of Jenga. It's kind of crazy. Got to make sure the bodies, you can't see the bodies in frame. Got to make sure that all the sketchy stuff no one can see except me and Jesus. No, really, best advice ever. I have some. I still have some obstacles before I joined the online community. Oh, really? Obstacles, huh? And he likes his coffee with cream and 2 blocks. That's right, tons of mice. You are correct. Yeah. Delvin, you can come on and do the best advice ever. Because that's pretty much an open format show. You know, anyone can come on and do it. Whether you're ready, maybe it's even better if you're not ready, right? Duckin. Oh, I see what you did there, Simply Secular. You're correct. Duckin one was the one that fell from grace. So I don't know about anyone else, but they're getting more light during the day, right? The clocks are about to change, at least here in the States, this state. Clock's about to change, so we're about to get a lot more sunlight. My brain starts waking up. I've been in the doldrums for the last few months. I haven't been as productive as I'd like to be. But typically around the changing of the clocks, March and April, that's when my brain starts waking up. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting to find out that there are the amount of time that people watch this show, the block show, the Jenga show. It's not as much as the news show in the morning, the daily disappointed cat. See, I can't even say it right. The disappointed cat morning show. But in terms of metrics, even though the morning show gets more hours, this show isn't. I mean, whatever we do here, it's not that far behind. I think I'm making the mistake like I've done before, and I'm just taking blocks from this middle section. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. I can still turn the table around. How the turntables. See, I feel very gutsy. I feel very bold with moving the table around like this. The block whisperer. Shh. Don't tell the secrets of the blocks. It's the first rule of Block Club. You can't talk about Block Club. This reminds me of getting off school and meeting at my friend's house and hang out and unwind. Oh yeah, that's what this is. Yep. And he's building a tower of Jenga. This is what the Tower of Babel really was, everyone. Just a tower of Jenga. And God grew jealous of the Tower of Jenga. Crushing the game today, everyone. Maybe that's the wrong term, right? Maybe that's the wrong term about crushing the game, but I'm doing pretty good. Oh, look at that. Hey, imaginary God, how you doing? I hope everything's going well where you are. It's a good tower. It's a bonny tower. It's a tower of the ages. I was on YouTube. It's funny, the what I watch for YouTube videos. I watched the Rages bit today about Woody Allen. And then I watched a couple of videos. One of them was about America's first decent jet fighter. It was like the P-80 or something like that. It was like the P-80. And before the video ran, there was a commercial that had something to do with pyramids. I don't know why they keep sending, why YouTube thinks that I want to know more about pyramid power and the secret power of pyramids, and why I think the YouTube algorithm thinks I'm kind of nuts. That's what I think. The YouTube algorithm thinks there's something wrong with my brain, and I'm interested in pyramid power and those hats that are supposed to keep the Wi-Fi beams out of my head. Okay, chat. Block a movie. The Towering Block Inferno, Block Panther, The Lost Blocks. Oh, I like that. Satan was created from the block of the Tower of Babel that fell from the divine copy. Indeed. Block of the Rings, the two towers. Yep. Instead of the Big Short, it could be the Big Block. What I think is that there should be some kind of cryptocurrency named Jenga, because then you'd have a blockchain block. You'd have a cryptocurrency named after blocks on the blockchain. I'm sure there already is something. There's like 1 million cryptocurrencies out there right now. I have been for a while. Oh, you didn't see the greeting. Wow. Block of the Rings. Perfect pitch for a Jenga movie. It's like Titanic, but there's no iceberg, only blocks. Only blocks, man, only blocks. So what does that mean? Does that mean the iceberg is blocks? Does that mean it's just a block of wood in the middle of the North Atlantic? That's just blocks. Just blocks. Just go with that. Instead of calling it Titanic, you call it Blocktanic. The social block work. Casablanca. Yeah, I like that. Casablanca. That flows pretty well. Casablanca. Blockalypse now. Apocalypse? Blockalypse now. A blockalypse now. I like that. I like, because it's my idea, of course. A blockalypse now. This is the end. It's Jenga, my friend. I don't know if that was really Morrison, me doing an impersonation of Morrison, or Morrison as a line singer. I don't know. Oh, 2001, The Block Odyssey, right. We won't even talk about the sequel. The sequel wasn't any good. That's the thing. Oh, thanks. I don't know if you guys ever saw the documentary. I know we talked about it before on this channel. The documentary for Apocalypse Now. It's called Blocks of Darkness. Okay, seriously, but there is a documentary about the making of Apocalypse Now. It's called Hearts of Darkness, and it's an incredible movie. It's an incredible movie. Block 2K, Block Trek, right? Still standing up pretty tall, pretty good so far. Feeling pretty cheeky about this. The Block Awakens, Star Wars, The Block Awakens. You know, I try to forget about The Block Awakens, to tell you the truth. I think it's just a ripoff of the of number 4, right? A new block. Funny thing about all these movies, they all had xylophone soundtracks, right? There we go. Pretty tall. Blockzilla. Have I told you how, I wasn't excited about the King Kong Godzilla movie until I realized that they're Trojan horsing. I'm not giving anything away because this is in the zeitgeist. It's going to be Mecha Godzilla in the movie. And I cannot tell you how happy I am about Mecha Godzilla being in the King Kong versus Godzilla movie, because Mecha Godzilla is so cool. Arguably the coolest of all super big monsters. And yeah, that includes Gamera, the fire-breathing, rotating giant turtle. I've always liked Mechagodzilla. Never go into an occupation which requires a state license. Well, that's interesting. Now that sounds like some wisdom, imaginary god, that requires a state license, like only to operate within a state. So if you have to go somewhere else, you have to get another license for that state. Oh, it's beautiful. Though I would have to say, I remember seeing Blockface. I remember watching Blockzilla versus the Block Monster, a classic late 60s movie. And of course, I'm talking about Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. The Smog Monster was really cool. If you know, it was one of those environmental movies. I believe it was from the late 60s. And the Smog Monster could transform. It had 3 different forms. So it was just like this pile of sludge in one of its forms, and then it could fly. And when it flew, it just shot out pollution and killed people. It was pretty cool. The Magnificent Seven. That is still one of my favorite movies. That is still one of my favorite movies. The remake a few years ago was unwatchable. Was not even half as good as the original. Fees and continuing ed. Yep. I can see how that would be a problem. I am sorry to hear that. Say hello to my little blocks. Just like that. And what a soundtrack to the Magnificent Seven, right? That was Bernstein. Leonard Bernstein, I think, wrote that. If God did not want them to be sheared, he would not have made them sheep, right from the Magnificent Seven, right in midpoint, the great confrontation. Good guys versus bad guys. There's a lot of sighing at this point in Jenga. I'm not going to lie to you all. There's a lot of sighing. Pope Lockton. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just resaw, well, I probably mentioned this already too. I saw Reservoir Blocks the other day, which I like to see every once in a while. It's like they got me hungry for block fiction. The Wild Blocks, yep. The Good, the Bad, and the Blocky. I haven't seen that for a while, right? That's an epic. That's like a 3-hour epic. The Good, the Bad, and the Blocky. Really made an influence on me was Yojimbo. It was a Kurosawa movie, black and white. Well, it was A Fistful of Dollars is based on Yojimbo, and if you haven't seen Yojimbo, it's worth seeing. It's worth seeing. It's muddling somewhere on the internet, somewhere on a streaming service. The Wild Blocks. So what would Yojimbo be? It would be Limbo, Blockbo? Maybe you Blockbo. Perfect. Little Miss Blockshy. Yep. Being John Blockovich. Classic indie movie, which I resaw I saw it last year at the before coronavirus, so it might have been 2 years ago at this point. I saw Being John Malkovich over at the museum. Yes, it was the Museum of Fine Arts, and they were just doing a showing of it on the big screen. And I thought to myself, this is a movie with some questionable ethics and morals. Being John Malkovich. I don't think it could be made today. The Seven Blocker Eye, yeah. That Seven Samurai, that was a really long movie. If you've never sat through the Seven Samurai, it's a marathon. It is a marathon movie. And it's just like you're doing a marathon, a movie marathon, and it's just one movie, and that movie is Kurosawa's The Seven Samurai. Can this? I don't think this can get any higher. Yeah, there we go. The War of Two Blocks, right. The Blocky Horror Show. I have to tell you, I saw the Blocky Horror Picture Show many times. It would be playing Saturday night in Harvard Square. I would come up. I would drive up from where I lived in Brockton in my VW microbus. I had a VW 1974 VW microbus, which had crappy heating, not surprisingly. And I would wait in line outside with my buddies to go see the Rocky Horror, or the Blocky Horror Picture Show. And it strikes me that I did most of these travels when it was really cold out. I remember it being really cold and waiting outside to get tickets and being let in. Got to see that in a theater. Oh, really? Huh? That's pretty cool, Tobin. Was there ever a 70s VW microbus with good heating? No, never. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. It seemed to be a flaw in. Wow, that's pretty stable. I just like hit it by mistake and it's still up there, so that's good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Indiana Jones and the Block of Doom. Indeed. Indeed. Jesus Christ Block Star. Or Jesus Block Superstar. Yep. You can block that up quite a bit. It'd be Jesus Block Blocker Star. Yep. Blockus Block Blocker Star. Blockus Block Blocker Star. I'd go to see that movie. If you're into Kurosawa movies, and if you haven't seen Ran, Ran is basically Macbeth in feudal Japan, and Ran, R-A-N. It was out in the 80s. It's an exquisite movie, very moving. Brawl and Cell Block, right, 99. Doesn't want to move. Doesn't want to move, everyone. I was listening to some of the hearings today. My girlfriend had it on CNN, and they were talking about social networks, social media platforms, talking about how people can get radicalized by being on social media platforms. And it's like, well, how can we protect people from it? And the thing is, it's baked into the system. The idea about radicalization isn't a bug of the platform, isn't a bug. It is a feature of how the algorithm works. Night of the Living Blocks, Casablanca. Yeah, you're right. The Hitchcock is blocked to the Blockacy. I like that. Simply Secular. D Block with Linda Blockless. Nice. Who can forget the best movie ever made? Citizen Black, right? Citizen Black, the great movie, black and white. Instead of Rosebud, it would be Rose Block, Rose Block. Blocks of Endearment. I never saw that. I think there's 2 versions of that movie, aren't there? I remember the Phil Collins soundtrack. He did some of the songs for that remake in the 80s. White Blockmas. You know, the funny thing about White Blockmas, and I think I mentioned this in the morning show before, is that there's actually a minstrel show in White Christmas, or White Blockmas as the case may be. There's a minstrel show. Now, mind you, no one is in blackface, but they do call it a minstrel show. Which is just, wrong stuff. It's funny when you see old movies again, you're like, wow, I didn't see that before. Blockwork Orange, indeed. Of course, that great movie, Block Spotting, about drug use in Scotland, right? And Block Club, featuring Tyler Lockton. Instead of the Matrix, you have the Blocktrix. I don't know, everyone. It's becoming an unsustainable system. Uh-oh. You can't do that. It almost just fell. The block iron. Oh yeah. Crimes and misdeblockers is against the crimes and misdemeanors. It would be crimes and misdeblockers. That didn't come off. That was not an easy thing to say. That I don't think works. And of course, you have the superhero series like Blockman, The Return of Blockman, The Dark Block. And of course, Blockman's villain there got his own movie, The Blocker. That's against the Joker. Get The Blocker. That's not going to work either. We've got to do it over here, everyone. Got to do it over here. Oh, look at that, huh? I'm not unpleased with myself. Not unpleased. The block of music, yep. Who would have forget the Block and Ted's Blockcellent Block Venture? That's great. That's still the Block Night. Yep. It's a classic Bill and Ted. And you know the second movie where they play where they have death just kind of roll with them as part of their adventure. How, you know, if you've ever seen, what is it, the Seventh Sign? It's that Bergman movie from the 50s. I really enjoyed it just because of the silliness of it all. Silliness in the face of absolute terror. You know what was a really disappointing movie was Blocker Woman, 1984. Just came out a couple of months ago, right, on streaming services. That was a highly disappointing movie. Oh, nice, 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 nice. I haven't seen that. That's the newest one, right? Tons of Mice. Block NATO. It's as bad as blocks on a plane. Oh, someone get these mother effing blocks off the plane. Oh, no. Well, it was good while it lasted, everyone. And that's all you can ever really say. I know I say that all the time. It was good. It was pleasant. I had a good time. I think I'm going to cut it short for today. I usually go for a full hour, but I got stuff I have to do. I am obnoxiously busy today, and I have to do crap. I have to do all kinds of crap today. Unfortunately, this is me with glasses on. This is how I see when I do the morning show. I don't really need to see except stuff that's like really close up. So here I'm looking at the chat. I'm doing this. I go, free the blocks. That's right. Let's see. Actually, you took your kids to go see it, huh? That's cool. Have it on DVD. Yeah. The other block mint. Oh, I like that. That's it. Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything really I want to see right now in terms of movies. We're right now binging through Freaks and Geeks, the TV show. Only one season of Freaks and Geeks, and of course I'm binging through the Muppet Show. I'm watching an episode or two, at a time. They're only like 22 minutes long of the Muppet Show, and that's been fun. So I think that's all I'm going to do for today, because like I said, I'm kind of busy. I got stuff I have to do. So I will see you all back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. and we'll check out the news and have a few laughs. And that's what I think we're going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. I can guarantee you that I'll be here tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the very least. And then, of course, Jenga tomorrow at 3 p.m. And I think my schedule is easier tomorrow. I think I have less stuff that I'm going to be doing. So I will talk to you all later. Yeah, right? Blockadelphia. Always Blocking in Blockadelphia. Arguably one of my favorite shows. I really like Blocking in Blockadelphia. All right. I got to run. Everyone, be strong. Take care. Oh, man, I can't even. It hurts. Blockadelphia.